Hi, everybody. My name is Nanika Edwards, and I am a poet from Trinidad and Tobago. Today, we're going to be doing a listening comprehension, so kids, do listen carefully. First, I'm going to recite a poem, and then I'm going to ask you some questions. So make sure that you listen very carefully. I will recite this poem twice. It's a very short poem, and that should give you enough of a chance to gather all the information that you need to answer the listening comprehension questions. Moko Jumbie. I tower way up to the sky. I feel a couple buildings high. Still, even though I'm pretty tall, is one bus still if I should fall. Okay, one more time. Moko Jumbie. I tower way up to the sky. I feel a couple buildings high. Still, even though I'm pretty tall, is one bus still if I should fall. Okay, kids, now comes the listening comprehension section. I'm going to ask you a couple questions. I would like you to answer in a complete sentence using standard English, at least where standard English applies. And also you can pause the video after each question because I'm going to give the answer for each question as I go along. Okay, so pause the video before I give the answer. Let's see how many you get right and how attentively you were listening. Okay, question number 1. What was the title of that poem? The title of that poem was Moko Jumbie. Very good. All right, question number 2. What is a Moko Jumbie? So this is a general knowledge question. What is a Moko Jumbie? A Moko Jumbie is a carnival character that walks about or dances around on stilts. Question number 3. What 2 comparisons in the poem tell you how tall the Moko Jumbie was? Okay, first of all, he said that he towered up to the sky. So he was as tall as the sky. And he also said that he was a couple buildings tall. Right? So he was as tall as the sky and he was as tall as a couple buildings. So I guess he was as tall as like a skyscraper, right? Okay, very good. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 4. When the Moko Jumbie says that he towers way up to the sky and then he's a couple buildings high, what poetic device was being used? Correct, that's called hyperbole or exaggeration. That means that something will be made super big or super small. And exaggeration means that it's not actually the reality. So when the Moko Jumbie says, you know, I'm as tall as the sky or as tall as a couple buildings, he's not really as tall as the sky or as tall as a couple buildings. He's just trying to use very exaggerated language to say that he's very, very tall. Question number 5. According to the poem, what would happen to the Moko Jumbie if he were to fall? If the Moko Jumbie were to fall, according to the poem, he would, quote and unquote, bust his tail. Okay, so in this case, you can use dialect or Creole English. Dialect is called Creole English. Okay, dialect, Creole English, same thing. Question number 6. If you recited this poem to a friend or relative from another country, like say the United States or Canada or Australia or South Africa or Egypt or the United Kingdom, some other, or England or wherever, if you recited this poem to them and they asked you, what do you mean by is one bus tail? So because bus tail is not standard English, somebody else who speaks English but comes from another country may not understand what one bus tail actually means. So can you translate that into standard English for them? By translate, we mean take language or a phrase or some words, a sentence from one language and make it intelligible in another language. So what I want you to do is explain bus tail in standard English. Bus tail literally means burst your tail or burst your bottom, but it's not literal. It just means that you would really hurt yourself very badly. That's what bus tail means. All right, so how many of those did you get right? How many of those do you feel like, yeah, I got them? Did you get all 5 or 6? Did you get all 6 of them, or how many of them did you get right? All right, I'm going to repeat the poem to end off this video. Moko Jumbie. I tower way up to the sky. I feel a couple buildings high. Still, even though I'm pretty tall, is one bus tail if I should fall. Thank you so much for doing this listening comprehension with me. If you like this video, please click the thumbs up. And if you would like to see more videos like this one, please hit the subscribe button. Until next time.